What's good? What's good? It's your boy Sean P back again with another edition of Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. I'm here with my esteemed guest from Torture Talk, Funeral Man. What's good? What's good?
What's going
And
on, man?
tonight, I want to talk about something that popped up on my timeline. I don't know where it came from, and it looks like AI, but I want to talk about a GOAT list. Basically, the greatest of all time rappers. Now, I'm gonna bring up this picture, and it has several very, very notable rappers. There are 10 of them now on there, and they basically said greatest rappers of all time. It doesn't come from any publication, any media outlet. There's nothing that's tied to it. I just see it as like um, an AI image, and I thought it was very interesting how it looked. And I want to get your opinion if they got it spot on or if they're reaching with some of these. So I'm gonna pull up the picture, Reese, and I don't know. Did you see this picture before?
No.
Okay. Well, good. All the better, because it could be. I just thought it was very interesting that they showed this. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Why is my hold on a minute? I don't know why my Facebook's not coming up. Let me come back out, come back in, and get my Facebook up. But yeah, it's a very interesting image. I'll just say that, and it looks pretty right to me from what I'm seeing. Um, oh, there it goes. There goes my Facebook. Okay. All right. So you can see everything.
Yeah, I see it.
And I'm gonna add on with some of the comments on there. So basically, we got 10 rappers on here. It's Eminem, Lil Wayne, Kanye West, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Nas, Jay Z, Biggie, and Tupac. Right, and basically, it's I guess they say exclusive group interview, but obviously we're not doing interviews with these people. But it's like a make believe AI group interview with all of these rappers. But with
Mm.
all these rappers on here, let me ask you something. Did they get it right? Are these really the greatest rappers of all time in this group right here? What do you think? It's kind of interesting.
So, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Okay, yeah. So it's only one person missing on this list to me. Um, uh, Rakim is the only one I think should have been on this list. That's
Yeah,
missing. I definitely think that they should have had him on there. This is not a bad list. This is actually a really good list. Not gonna lie.
yeah.
This is a really good list. If someone said these are the greatest rappers of all time, I couldn't even argue with this. Even your boy being on there, I still couldn't argue with this. Because all of these dudes did legendary things in their career. Every one of these dudes could be considered the greatest rapper of all time. Every one of them. At one point,
Um,
somebody said that they was the greatest rapper of all time. Every
Before
one
I
of these
get to the
dudes.
comments, because I
Yeah.
want to read some comments to kind of justify this, and I'm gonna get to who I would leave off of here. But when I saw this image, I said, you know what? These are the 10 rappers that had the biggest impact on hip hop history. Period. Like
Yeah.
no one on this list have matched their impact as far as when I mean impact, as far as changing the game, changing the style of rap through influential classic albums that, you know, are timeless songs, and basically have a lasting aura that spans generations. I mean, even if you want to say
Mm,
Drake, Drake's been in this game for 17 years. You know what I mean? People don't realize that. He's been in the game since the late 2000s, and he spanned eras. And no matter what
mm,
you say about Drake, obviously after the battle 2 years ago and all of his theatrics with Iceman, he still has survived as being, a marquee main act that's at the top of the hip hop conversation. All of these guys spark the GOAT conversation. So I thought it was
mm.
a very interesting list, though.
Yeah, like I said, Rakim is the only one that I think is missing. I know I see some people say Karis one,
Yeah.
some people say what's his name? Ice Cube. I see people saying it, but to me, you could leave this list like this, add Rakim to this list, um, because everybody else, like even like DMX, and I love DMX, all these people, to me, they fall short of every one of these guys on this list. They fall short. Like I just don't see how I could remove anybody on this list and just because I like somebody more. Like somebody put Tech Nine up there. Like
No
I
way.
like Tech Nine, but am I gonna remove somebody from this list to put Tech Nine there?
Well, yeah. Well,
Like,
obviously, this guy he has a certain type of preference or what have you.
yeah.
Um,
No,
in the
and it's not
comments,
wrong
I
with
see what
that.
you're
I'm just
saying.
saying,
Yeah. Um,
like you get
this is my greatest of all time top 10 minus two because I do have Rakim and I have
mm,
DMX on here. Thing is, who
okay.
would you pick off? Um, like out of my top 10, I don't have Drake and I don't have J. Cole. I have them in my top 15, but I have
Yeah.
DMX and Rakim over them. You know what I mean? I think the only reason
Mm,
why I would say Rakim is because he was the greatest out of the pioneer era, which is the 80s. And I think the 80s need to be represented here because without that era, you wouldn't have these other rappers on here. You wouldn't have hip
yeah.
hop evolve what it is, especially lyrical hip hop. So I at least would have Rakim on here, and I probably would take off J. Cole. But you got to there's something that I've noticed, and of course, if we get to the comments, we got a guy in there that says minus Drake. Drake isn't top 100, blah blah blah. But the one thing that I'll say about in defense of Drake and also J. Cole is they've been around since 2010 now, was their debut. They've spanned hip hop eras, and in the big three era, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, J. Cole, who really, if it's not those other two they're in competition with, who has outpaced them or out successed them in any type
Yeah.
of realm? Like I know people would say, or maybe Future or whatever, but Future can't rap as good as J. Cole. You know what I mean? He's not a lyricist. He's not the song maker J. Cole is. You see what I'm saying? So I don't even
Mm,
think Future's going to be in the conversation in the Big Three era. He's a distant fourth. You know what I mean? So in the end of the day,
yeah.
it's like you have to give the Big Three era their respect.
Yeah, the big three, they they held the game down for a while. I'm not even gonna lie. Like they the big three right now, outside of what Jay-Z just did, and it's only a couple of rappers that can do that. And I believe it's only Eminem, Jay, and Nas that could do that. But the big three sucks the air out the room. If J. Cole and Kendrick and Drake decide to go back to war, we won't be talking about nothing but that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing I would say about them dudes. They took over the rap game Like that May of 2024 was probably the biggest time ever in hip hop history. That day, the day Family Matters came out and Meet the Grams came out, that stopped time. It stopped time. That day was unbelievably crazy.
Oh
It was
yeah,
unbelievably crazy. So I definitely think that um I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you, and this gonna sound kind of crazy for me to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I would take off Lil Wayne before I take off J. Cole. I think J. Cole is better than Lil Wayne at
that's
this point.
wild. Yeah.
I
Well, I
do.
think Little Wayne. I'll say one thing about Little Wayne. Little Wayne was, the king or undisputed king of hip hop during the weakest time in hip hop history, and that's the late 2000s. That 2007 to 2010 period until like Drake and the Big Three came in was the weakest time in hip hop history. So it's like, um, I think that's probably it's like his administration was the worst out of all these
Yeah.
guys. Back to the Big Three thing though. You're right because if you think about it, J. Cole dropped this year, and it was a big spectacle. Drake just dropped. They're still talking about it. What's the conversation now? Who are the other two guys we're waiting on? We're waiting on Kendrick Lamar to drop, and we're waiting on Jay-Z to drop. Outside of that, nobody else matters. Kanye
Yeah.
just dropped this year. He did one of the biggest maybe the biggest concert this year overseas in Istanbul in front of 80 to 100,000 people. So
Hmm.
Kanye's still making waves. So this basically supports the fact that the magnitude of these artists are are larger than anybody else in hip hop that drops. Like Jay-Z, we're talking about one freestyle at one Root Picnic, and all the talking hip hop right now is Drake and Jay-Z's freestyle and Jay-Z's
Hmm.
concert and when Jay-Z's next album is going to drop. That shows you the
Yeah.
power of this guy. You know what I mean? And like you said, like they only these guys could command the room or command the energy of hip hop culture in that way. If anybody else dropped, like they say, if like if Snoop dropped, Snoop dropped an album. I think Snoop dropping an album. He drops an album like every year. Nobody cares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Scarface, and I love Scarface. And he hasn't dropped in years. If he drops, it's gonna be like only underground heads are gonna pay attention to that. You know what I mean? You mentioned like Tech Nine and Ice Cube. I mean, Ice Cube dropped the album a couple of years back. Nobody really cared like that. So it's like,
Mm.
yeah, I can't argue with his list, man. I mean, if we're talking pure impact, they got it spot on. They got it spot on, man.
Yeah. Um. So let me ask you this question, because this is actually an interesting list, but it's also an interesting question I'm gonna ask you. So who inspired and birthed who? So if we could start with the bottom guys, who you think inspired and kind of like birthed who? So like you got Nas, and you notice that J. Cole's behind him. So you could say in a way Nas kind of like inspired and kind of like I say birth but pushed towards. Then you got Jay, who Kanye West, Kanye West is a product of Jay-Z. Um
You could say Drake is a product
Biggie,
of Jay-Z, I
he
think,
say
too.
Drake too, you know what I'm saying?
Drake is a product of
Biggie
Jay-Z and Kanye. And
yeah,
wait, hold
these
on.
are
Lil Wayne,
props.
too.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, too. Because
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah, Lil
when
Wayne.
Jay-Z retired, Lil Wayne changed his complete style to come with
Yeah.
a different type of lyrical style. And he said, I'm the greatest uh, uh, rapper since the greatest rapper retired, which is Jay-Z, idolized
Yeah,
Jay.
yeah. Um, I don't know about Big. I don't think nobody on this list kind of like fits that prototype. Pac obviously would be Kendrick. Um, Eminem, he stands alone. I don't think nobody like, you know what I'm saying? And that's really it. But I think this is a fascinating list, actually.
Yeah.
Definitely think this list.
You
Did you
probably
know
might
that
want to do
you
a culture talk on this one.
No, no, I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna do a live on this because I want to ask my
Yeah.
audience about this.
Yeah.
Um, I might even do it. I might even redo it myself and put Rakim on it. Like take
I
it and
think
put Rakim on
Rakim
there.
is the only fair argument. I mean, I guess if you're
Yeah.
gonna put somebody off, it would be either J. Cole or Lil Wayne.
Now I'm gonna put him on there with them. I'm
So you'd
gonna put
have
him on there with
11.
them.
You'd have 11.
Yeah, I'll have
Okay.
11. Yeah, yeah. Now he definitely would be on there. Like
I mean,
I wouldn't
honestly,
compromise the list.
yeah, I would put 12. I would add DMX in there because I think his
Yeah.
man, I've never seen somebody come in the game after Biggie and Pac died. He was that guy. Like he
Mm,
had an energy and a sound all to himself that changed the game. And off of that energy, that's when um, Def Jam had their legendary run. You could say Jay-Z blew up off of that. Um, Ja Rule and Murder Inc., The Rock, all of that came all from that Rough Riders wave. Jada Kiss and the Rough Riders and Swizz Beatz. So many people became legends off of um that DMX run right there. So I would have
yeah.
him and have like that would be the 12 in there. That's like the 12 disciples of hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't have and I noticed that they don't have no old school rappers on here. Like no Rakim, no Karis One, no
Yeah,
Coogee Rap. Like so, because I see somebody comment, they said that, and I just thought about that. Maybe they started with because the oldest rapper on here, I believe Jay Z is the first rapper out of all of them that was actually rapping
yeah.
before all of them, I believe. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
we got
saying?
some comments here. It says Snoop's hella overrated. I, I kind of, I'm not gonna say I agree with that, but Snoop, he's lived a lot off of basically empty music. Like he's just there.
Mm,
He's more of a figure, a popular figure than known as a great rapper. You know what I mean? I mean his run
yeah,
was up to maybe like the mid to late 2000s, and after that, it's just Snoop's kind of just been there. I think Snoop's a tier behind that. KRS One, I don't think he's as dynamic. He's not on the level of Rakim to me, even though he's a pioneer. But
mm.
he's like a
Well, let me
tier.
ask you this:
Yeah.
what female should be on here if you had to add a female? Because you already know people gonna
Here's my
remix
whole
this
thing.
list.
Everybody's gonna
They
go.
gonna remix this list.
What happened?
People gonna remix this list. They gonna remix this list crazy. Watch. This gonna go
Everybody's gonna
viral.
go. Everybody's gonna go with Nicki Minaj. But again, I
Mm,
stand on something with Nicki. All of her all of her best hip hop music, her best raps were just guest verses. And I'll give her first album, but all of her biggest songs were all pop hits. But see,
mm,
here's the interesting thing about that. If we're going to have Drake on here, then people are going to say, well, all of his biggest songs are pop hits too. So
mm.
what really gives? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because no female rapper has, had the longevity or dominated the way Nicki Minaj has, even though you may not like her. She would probably have to
yeah,
be the one to make it. Little Kim didn't have that long of a legacy. I would even say MC Light was the better pure rapper, But I found out the other day that MC Light had a ghostwriter. I didn't even realize that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that's what when we was talking with Lance on our last podcast, he mentioned that. I was like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know, did you know that? I don't know if you heard this, but they making a legend. I think it's called Legendary Rakim album, where all the rappers are dedicating songs to Rakim, and Jay-Z and Eminem got a new
I heard
song
Jay Z,
together.
Eminem, Corrupt, and somebody else on a song together.
Yeah, it's a whole
Yeah,
album dedicated to Rakim.
yeah.
I don't know if they're rapping I don't know if they're rapping about
Rakim
Rakim.
definitely
I don't know.
belongs. Rakim belongs in this room. I mean,
Yeah,
he definitely belongs in this room. I think, but yeah, I like this list, man. I like
yeah, I
this
like it
list.
too.
I can't really say, and I know people are gonna go and say, "Oh, well, Drake don't belong on there." But the one thing I'll say about Drake is whether they're microwave hits or they're pop hits, the man just keeps cranking out records that people like. He keeps cranking out hits. You can't take that away from him. I don't really agree with the
Mm,
whole streaming argument because I don't agree with the streaming area. Period. I think all of those numbers are inflated, and his numbers are inflated and all of that. But you can't deny his hit making ability. You just can't do it. And
I
no other
think I think
rapper. Yeah,
no, you're right. I think if you take Drake off this list, it would look stupid. I ain't gonna lie. He
yeah.
has to be on
I
this list.
mean,
He
and the
has
thing
to be.
about Drake is it's the volume of hits that he
Yeah,
has. It's not so much the timeless hits. I
yeah.
mean, of course, the discussion now since the Jay Z freestyle is Jay Z versus Drake, and the debate that's going on is, Drake has so many more hits than Jay Z, and I said, but Jay Z has more timeless hits. People
Yeah,
remember his songs. I mean, for 20, 25 years ago, from Hard Knock Life to
yeah,
Big Pimpin' to Give It to Me. His hits carry a lot more weight than Drake. I mean, let's put that up against Tootsie Slide and I'm Too Sexy and those songs. Those songs don't ring off for ages. They're just those songs to maybe that period in the summer and they're forgotten about. But Drake does, I mean, you can't deny his hits. He just has so many of them and he knows how to, make people dance, if you want to say that.
yeah, yeah. Drake definitely he definitely belongs on this list. He has to be. He's been doing his thing in hip hop and in outside of hip hop. Like,
Yeah.
really, what can you really say? Like, it's nothing you can really say. It would be so weird to take him off the list. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't take him off because his dominance for so long has reigned for so long. Like every rapper worked with him. He worked with every rapper on this list except for the two that passed
Fucking
away.
Biggie, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
you're
don't think
right
he got a
about
song
that.
with Nas.
You're right about that.
He don't
He's
have a
been
song with Nas though. Nah,
yeah,
Drake and
Nas is
Nas
the
don't
only
have a
one.
song.
Nas is the only one. That's crazy.
Yeah, and Kendrick don't have a song with him either. I don't believe.
Nah.
Yeah, J. Cole
Um
don't have a song with him either, right?
and let Nas down.
But he ain't got a song with Nas though. He's
No,
that song is
Nas
about
joined
Nas.
when he did the Let Nas Down. Nas came on a remix and basically wrote.
Oh, I
And
didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
he did.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't hear
nah.
that song. Nah.
Oh, that's it's a dope record.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
definitely
hear that. But Kendrick and Drake don't have a song with Nas.
nah.
But Drake has a song with everybody except for the other, the
I'll ask you
three
this:
people.
out of this 10, here's the magic question. Here, what's the order?
The order,
Yeah,
uh for me, the order for me, um, I'm gonna. You already know I'm gonna put Kendrick number one. I'm just gonna
Okay.
put him at number one. Uh, I'll probably put I'll probably put Jay at number two, Nas at number three, um, M at number four. The only reason why I'm not putting Pac and Big is because obviously we know why. They would probably be five and six. Yeah, I mean interchangeable. So I probably would have Pac, Big at five, Pac at six, or Pac at five. I would you can interchange them. Kanye West at seven.
Okay.
Um, Little Wayne at eight. No, I would put J. Cole before Lil Wayne. So it would be J. Cole, and then I would put Drake at nine, and then Lil Wayne
At 10.
at 10. Yeah, I would put Drake at nine, Lil Wayne at 10. And the reason why I put him at 10 because out of all of these people, I think he has the most his a lot of his work is not good. Like I'm talking like trash. like I could say Pac has a lot of work that's not good, but it's not trash. It's just not that good. It's not for me. But I could point out a lot of records from your boy Lil Wayne that is garbage. Like I'm like this is
Um,
terrible.
well, a couple of things here before I get to my top 10.
Yeah.
Obviously, the big disclaimer here is we don't care about the ghostwriter stuff because obviously,
Yeah.
Drake used reference tracks, Kanye used reference tracks. And I want to be honest with you, I think that debate, that ship has sailed, man. If you're still hanging on to that, people are going to look at you like, dude, shut up, old head. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that ship passed. Like, that ship really passed, I would even say 8, 9 years ago. Because when you see what Kanye's doing in stadiums these days
Yeah.
and independent artists and going number one with no real distribution deal, I mean, what can you say? I mean, dude got no
Yeah.
distribution and he's still selling 180,000 in one week, selling out stadiums. When you're selling out stadiums,
Yeah.
it's a big deal. So what can you say? So I think the ghostwriter things really doesn't matter as long as you make great music. Unfortunately,
Mm.
the other point um, that I'll make about Lil Wayne, at one point I think he was running neck and neck with Kanye as far as putting out the most mediocre music, mediocre to whack music. The one thing that I'll say with Lil Wayne that saved him is his feature verses, but his albums have
Mm.
been so bad. So I really gotta think: is he, because Kanye put out a lot of mid projects, and same with Drake. I think since 2020, Drake has been very mid. You know what I mean? Outside of maybe one album,
Mm.
you make a
I
strong
think
case
Drake.
because
I
Lil Wayne
think
is
Drake to me.
garbage. Yeah,
I think Drake to me has one album that's complete garbage. I could tell you about three albums from Lil Wayne that's complete garbage. Three or
it's a good
four.
point. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Um, and I will even say this. Even Eminem, right? Eminem to me he has one album that I think is terrible. But even the albums that I think is terrible, it's still some thought that went into it. It's not like it's bad. Like some of the stuff that Lil Wayne had, I'm like, bro, like come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you right about that. I don't think Kanye West has. He might have one album that to me that is not that really that good. But then I listened to it the other day, and it wasn't that bad like I thought it was. Maybe I was just expecting more
you know
from
what it
like
is?
Life of
Kanye's
Pablo.
replay value is sneaky because how many years later, those albums aren't so bad. Like The Life of Pablo is actually a good album.
Yeah, I
That's
hated
a
that
pretty
album when I
good
first
album.
heard it.
808 and Heartbreak is a pretty good album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
I
a great
still don't
album
agree
actually.
with Yeezus, but Yeezus has aged very well. Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like this new Kanye album. I know people are in their feelings about it, obviously, because it's
Mm,
off of all the comments that he's made and the backpedaling he's done. That's very disingenuous and all that. But I actually like the Kanye album. I listened to the
yeah,
new
it's actually
Kanye
all
album.
right.
I like the new Kanye album a little bit more than I like Iceman. I'll be honest about that.
Yeah, I think the new
Um,
Kanye album it kind of reminds me. It reminds me of some of his older work.
it reminds me of like
Like,
Life of Pablo a little bit. Um,
yeah,
to get to my list, I go Nas and Jay Z are 1-2 interchangeable, but just for the sheer sake of being the most complete rapper of all time, I'd say Jay Z number one, Nas number two. I'm gonna go Biggie and Pac 3 and 4. Number five is interesting, um, but uh, you know it. It's that time where it's like, if not now, when are you gonna really acknowledge Kendrick Lamar as being top five? I mean, you just what are you gonna do? It's like I keep saying about the Kendrick Lamar argument. What's the box that he doesn't check? And nobody can
yeah,
answer. So he has to be top five. I mean, if you want to, unless you're going to hold on to the legacies of Biggie and Pac and Nas and Jay Z, which the only thing they have over Kendrick is the longevity. I mean, you
mm,
really can't say anything, you know? Like really, I mean,
yeah,
he's doing stadiums
yeah.
now.
He's completed more than them in half of the time,
Yeah,
and that's just what it is. Like, as far as awards go, as far as like skill level, he has done everything that they all do on this list. Everything that they all do. He definitely does check all the
I
boxes.
mean, he
Like,
checks the boxes. Six, I'd have to go Kanye West. Seven, I'd probably have to go Eminem. Eight, I would probably have to go um, Little Wayne. Um, Nine, I'd go J. Cole. 10, I'd go Drake. But that's interchangeable. I think,
mm,
I mean, J. Cole has the most um, meaning out of any artist this era, but he does lack in his beat selection. He does lack. There is an element of being boring to him. See, that's the thing. Him and Drake both have significant drawbacks. You know, Drake can't
yeah,
make a consistent album, and he just makes the same redundant type of music over and over again, the same type of songs. He doesn't, and of course all the the victim blaming and all that other stuff, and just the hypocrisy behind all his raps and his emotional stuff gets annoying. But J. Cole, he has his faults too, and he doesn't go that extra mile to kind of get outside of his comfort zone. And sometimes his production suffers, but he's a phenomenal storyteller. So they could be interchangeable at 9 and 10. I just have to go Little Wayne at 8 because the mixtape game, the lyrics, the bars, and the classics that he has, I would put over anything classics that J. Cole um and Drake have. So I would still keep him at 8. Um, but yeah, that's my list right there.
yeah. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
But yeah, I think it's an interesting list, man. I'm gonna stop sharing right now. Before you leave, uh, back to Jay Z. So
Mm,
we talked about the shows in Yankee Stadium, and I know you've been very vocal about the Yankee Stadium shows. Would he bring out Kendrick Lamar? Maybe. Well, Jay now has shows in Paris and LA now. He's got a Paris show in September, and he has an LA show on October 23rd, which, if I'm not correct, is Drake's birthday. How
yeah.
crazy would that be if he brought out Kendrick Lamar at the LA SoFi Stadium show on Drake's birthday? Because that's where Kendrick's gonna come out. If he's gonna come out, it's
Yeah.
definitely an LA show.
Um, I'm gonna go a step further. I think he gonna bring Kanye West out in Paris. I think, and the reason
I
why I
gotta
say
think
that,
about that. That's a lot of bro. That's a lot of healing that has to happen. That
well,
has to be
he did say in that freestyle, he said they act insane, but when they in front of me, they act sane. He did say that. So, you know what I mean? He said they act insane when they
Kanye
out
is
not in my
gonna
presence, but when they in front of me.
Kanye is gonna have to have a hands and knees conversation with Jay. That needs to be
Yeah.
a man to man talk of all man to man talks for that to happen, for them
Yeah.
to reconcile in Paris. Um,
Well, you're right. The reason why I say that is because the niggas in Paris song.
oh yeah, that's
So,
gonna have to be a conversation, and I'd like to see that happen. You know, I
yeah.
think Kanye is kind of on his redemption tour.
Mm.
You know, so it's only right you come back and say like, look, you did it with everybody else. You got to have that man to man with Jay and make things right. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
think that's interesting. But on another note, what happens around the same time in summer? That's September, maybe a little bit later, but I think August is maybe the Louis Vuitton show. I don't know when the Louis Vuitton show is, and of course, Pharrell. He's brand ambassador for Louis Vuitton, and he's got a studio out there. Clips did their whole album out there. My prediction is Jay's going to link up with Pharrell, and they're going to start working on that new album. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
get some of them Pharrell beats they got on Let God Sort Them Out, because those beats
Yeah.
fit Jay like a glove.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to link up in Paris, and that's where the new Jay album begins. And I tell you what, man, this whole Jay, I don't want to call it a rollout, but this Jay hip hop comeback to music is epic, bro, because he's gonna go right from those shows. I think he's gonna drop a new album, and I seriously think he's gonna do the Super Bowl too. He's gonna do it all this year.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
thing that I saw about the Roots Picnic show for Jay is he said that was the happiest I seen him in years. He came out there, he was smiling, and he said, "God damn, I love this shit." Like that's the
Yeah.
first emotion I've. That's the most emotion I've seen out of Jay in a long time, and it was like one of those moments, like I'm back. You know what I mean? I'm home
Yeah.
now,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
don't think he wants to let up.
Yeah. Nah. He was at the game, and I guess somebody asked him about the game, asked him about his hair. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm back outside. Like,
Yeah,
I'm ready." You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked like he was having a good time. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's up, man. To be his age and still be so relevant like that, and you already know. He go to Cali and he does that, and you already know he brings out Kendrick. Oh man, bro. God damn, bro. He bring out Kendrick in LA in October, and he
oh
says
yeah,
October, and Kendrick says October gets real spooky in October.
yeah.
Oh my god! And if they actually got another song together or a new song, yeah,
I
man.
could see that happening. I could see him featuring on Jay's new album. I think. And see, this is the thing, and there it's another topic, but there's a back and forth between younger and older hip hop fans. There's definitely an age war going on over the whole Jay-Z Drake thing. But I mean, if you just take a step back, I think it's good and it's healthy. You have both Drake and Jay, you know, out and actually putting out music at the same time. I mean, the competition is always healthy, but the thing about it is, it's good because that's what makes the game a quality game. You know what I mean? It makes hip hop quality right there. You don't want to have one sound that dominates. You want variety. You want, you know, you want versatility in the game. And I think
Hmm.
it's been lacking up until the battle, but now it's like, all right, I can't wait till Kendrick's going to drop now. Drake drop. All right, when's Kendrick coming? And oh, is Jay going to come out now? Like, this is what hip hop's all about. So I think it's something to embrace for all hip hop fans.
Yeah, no, you're right. You absolutely right. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this list on my show, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
have
gonna
to check
bring it
that out,
up.
man. This
Yeah,
this
I'm gonna
this is a
bring it
dope
up.
list. I don't know who
Yeah,
made it up. I mean, it's going viral now, but it's a dope list. I
yeah,
definitely gotta give it to
yeah,
people. But anyway, thanks for joining me, bro. Definitely check
yeah,
out Torture Talk, Torture Chamber. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I believe you just went over 21,000, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Congrats on that,
yeah.
man. Congrats
21,000.
on that.
Yeah, I feel good,
Make
man. I feel good.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. We will be back with new content. I just dropped the 38 Special album review and Jada Kiss, back and forth, potential back and forth discussion. So check that out. And we will be back with new content this weekend. So with that, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll check you all out soon. All right, peace.